In this lesson, we'll begin fine-tuning the claws. There's not going to be much to animating the claws at all. We just want to make sure a couple of things. One, that they're lying on this ground, and also that we rotate them inward as the legs are lifting, and that would suffice. So to see this all come together, let's go ahead and begin. You can start by just working one by one and tweaking the rotation of the claws as needed. On frame 10, or for the right front Ori control, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe out these keys here. Just delete, so we can start afresh. And then I'll just fix the orientation of this claw so that it lies on the floor. Now just before the leg lifts up, we'll press Shift D to set the key in place. We can even adjust our range. That might be a little bit easier on us. And then as the leg gets to its high point, which appears to be frame 18 here, can just rotate the claw in. And then as it plants, here on 20, we'll want to rotate it back out. Again, nothing much to it. And though this is pretty simple, if you look at the result, if we hide our curves, you see that the result is rather nice. So let's go ahead and just finish up, and then we'll take a look at how it all comes together at the end. So again, we'll go to just before the leg lifts up, set a key, Shift D. Look at the high point, which is about 28 here, and I'll frame this curve. We'll rotate it in. Plants on 30, so we'll just rotate it out. Great. Alright, so we go now to frame 40, set a key, Shift D. Look at the high point, which is about 46 here, so we'll rotate the controls in. And they plant on 50, so we'll rotate them out. .53, we'll want to press Shift D to set our key. We can adjust our range. Leg lifts up. At the high point at about 57, can rotate it in. Plants on 60. So we'll continue. We'll want a key on 62, Shift E. We'll look for the high point on 64, rotate them in. And then plant. And we don't want to use the same poses as our plant keys. We want to offset them so that the poses that we do achieve are natural. 67, lock in the foot there. Look for the high point, which is 69. Rotate the claw in. And plant on 71. We'll rotate it out. Going to the next, we want it held all the way till frame 85. Then the leg begins to rise up slow. can actually have it as it's rising rotate in, and then as it just before it starts to move down, maybe rotate at us. And then as it's coming down on 104, we'll go ahead and have it plant. It's coming down pretty quick, but we wouldn't want to add follow through to this really because of again the structure of this is part of the insect. It's going to move more rigid, like there's not going to be too much follow through at all, if any. So we'll go to 109, press Shift E to lock in the foot there. Go to the high point, which is about 112 here. Rotate that in. Plants one frame after. Held until 115. At 116, we want to rotate it in. 117 out. Now it's about to make contact with the crate. 121, we'll press Shift E, lock in the foot. At 123, we're going to want to rotate the claw in and plant it on 124. Okay, great. Do have the legs kind of intersecting here. Can go to the graph editor and tweak that. Just go into the Y, can frame it, and let's see. Looks like we can possibly add just another key, bringing up the leg. Closing out the graph editor, we'll see how this looks. Alright, great. So let's finish up this claw. Selecting our Ori control. We'll want to press Shift E on 152. As it comes down, we'll rotate it in at 155. And then, boom, it plants on 157. Rotate it up. That should be it. Okay, so if we were to hide everything and take a look at this, starting back, we'll see with those claws animated very basic, with very basic animation, they still look very nice. So there's really nothing to it. So that's going to be what we're going to do for the remaining claws. We'll stop the lesson here and we'll move on to the mid-right claw in the next lesson.